Hello there. Welcome to the Manchester United versus Newcastle United match preview here on It's All Black and White TV. Before we get into the show, if you do like what you see, then please do smash that like. It really does help the channel. So if you're just popping on, please do give it a like. That would be absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. Also, if you are brand new at the channel, come and join our great community we have here by clicking that subscribe button. That is free to do so and helps the channel grow as well. And also the bell notification tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record or any upcoming shows. So once again, thank you if you are subscribing to the channel. And if you are new, please do hit it for more content as well. If you do want to become a member, it's 99p a month. Just click the join button. And also, if you want to make a donation, you can do that in the chat by clicking on the $sign. So there we go. Okay. So, we played Wolves on Saturday, which was yesterday. I did do an earlier show tonight, but this is a pre-record because I don't know if YouTube's going to be working, say, by Tuesday. So rather than taking that risk, I'm doing this as a pre-record and it'll go out as that as well. It will show as a live show, but it's actually a pre-record. Look, against Wolves, I did say Dan Burn. I did give man of the match from me, but when I've looked back at it, yes, he was one of the good players in the team. But I thought, do you know what? Maybe I didn't realise at the time, but I think because I had all the problems as well, I completely missed out Share. So look, Share's got man of the match for me. I thought he was outstanding. His clearances, the balls. Not his fault. He got the penalty. At the end of the day, that's down to VAR. They should have realised that was never a penalty, but we got it and that was it. So yeah, Fabian Share for me. Rightly so. I've gave him man of the match because I thought he was outstanding. Right, okay, looking ahead to this game in the Carabao Cup on Wednesday evening at Old Trafford. Remember, it's an 8:15 kickoff as well, so it's live on Sky Sports Football. So it won't be in 4K, so it'll only be in HD. If you've got 4K, you can't watch it in 4K unless you want to watch Arsenal West Ham, or West Ham Arsenal rather. Anyway, so looking ahead to this game, right? We go in this game after losing in the Champions League, but getting a draw down at Wolves. A game we probably could have won towards the closing stages because we were the better team towards the end than Wolves were. We created the most chances, but we didn't find the back of the net, unfortunately. Man United, on the other hand, got slapped across the backside of Man City and got a 3-0 defeat against them. So, all in all, they're not a happy club at the moment. The fans are against the manager. They want the manager out. We've heard them on TalkSport saying that they want the manager out by the end of the week and things like this. Look, at the end of the day, whether Ten Hag keeps his job or not, I don't care. It's got nothing to do with me. I'm not a Man United fan. I don't care about Man United. Couldn't care if they got relegated. So if they want to continue the way they are, let them continue. We know our clubs run well, and we haven't got any problems. Yes, okay, I know a few fans said we should have had some substitutions, and yeah, maybe we could have, but I think Eddie just wanted to hold on to what we had. But we will freshen things up on Wednesday. Now, I have got a team lineup, which I think for Wednesday might be all right. I don't know. What is it a team that could go out there and win the game? But that's the thing, So, look, it's difficult trying to put a team out there because you're trying to work out who's fit and who's not. And the thing is, some people have played, some haven't, and So I'm going to go with Nick Pope in goal because technically goalkeepers don't get out of breath because they're not running around pressing in the game all game. So I think Nick Pope starts this one unless he rests him and plays Dubravka maybe or Karius. But I think Nick Pope starts this game. I've just got that sneaky feeling Nick Pope starts this game. Now then, there's a few variations we could go along here. We could go Livramento, obviously, I think comes at right back ahead of Trippier. I'll tell you what, I'll give you the team that I thought, and then I'm going to give you a few other changes, which I think could work in our favour as well. Right, so the team I went for is Pope in goal, Livramento right back, centre-back pairing of Alex Murphy and Dan Burn, Paul Dummett at left back, Longstaff, Hall and Willock is the midfield three. Now, because Hall can play as a defensive midfielder. So that's Longstaff, Hall and Willock. And up front, the front three, Ritchie right wing, Matt Ritchie, Anthony Gordon in the middle, and Matt Targett is a left winger. Now, I've put that as that team because I think that sounds like that's not a bad little team. Now, I know some people may go, oh, not Matt Ritchie, but Matt Ritchie's got good delivery. Look when he come on in that final and he put that ball in the box. You know, it just needed somebody to get a touch on that ball and put it in the back of the net. And it was a very good ball from Ritchie, and he's never let us down, really. He's a leader. You know, he's been a great servant to the club. Let's not knock him, you know. We're very short on players, so we need all the players we can get. But look, if you look at the centre-back pairing, we could even change that around maybe. You could maybe say, right, okay, we'll play... tell you what we'll do. We'll put... instead of saying Alex Murphy and Byrne, you could maybe say play Cher and Dummett. Or you could play Alex Murphy and Dummett in centre-half. Because Dummett done a good job at centre-half against Man City. Wasn't that bad. So, you know, he didn't do too bad. Then you could maybe put Target at left back or put Hall at left back and Target as a left winger. Then you could bring Bruno into the team. Because would you want to play J7 and rush him back? You know, knowing he's just played 2 games and come back. I mean, you could play J7. You could potentially have... See, this is a thing. This is where the team selection is going to be weird because you want to rest your players for Saturday against Arsenal, but you also want to get through in this cup round as well to get to the quarterfinals. Because if we beat Man United, we'll go to the quarterfinals. So it's a difficult one, right? It's a very, very difficult one. So if that was the case, Target went to left back. Do you then play, say, J7? Do you put J7 on the left wing then, playing from the left? And have Gordon and Ritchie in there as well, like Gordon middle, Ritchie on the right. Do you bring Bruno into the team as well? You see, the thing is, you don't want to burn these players out. And to be honest with you, it's a conundrum because you could pick any team to go out there and play. I mean, look, what's your thoughts? Get your thoughts in on the chat. I mean, look, what team do you think is the best team that we're going to put out there on Wednesday that can go out there and beat a team that looks low on confidence? Players that are losing their heads, like Anthony. How he did not get sent off the other day is beyond me. He should have been off that field. Why did VAR not intervene in that? Because his hands were all over the place. So he should have been off. He should have been off for raising his hands. So how he's not even got a ban for this is unbelievable. So yeah, I mean, look, what team will Man U put out? Will they put out a strong team? Are they going to put out a full strength team to think, oh well, we're better so we can get this game won and get through, so they can get a bit of confidence? Or do you think they're going to put out a weekend side? I mean, look, against City, Livramento, man of the match. Without a doubt, man of the match. He was absolutely fantastic. Hall didn't have the best of starts, but again, he's got to build his match fitness up. I think Willock does start. I mean, look, if you don't have Pope in goal, you're going to put Dubravka or Karius in goal. I would rather keep Pope in goal, if I'm honest. I know, we can see he made an error against Wolves, but maybe, The other thing is, when he punched that ball, he might have looked at what Jose Assad done in the first half when he went up, and he made a total mess of it. And he's probably thinking, if I go to catch this and it comes out of my hands, it's going to look like I've made a mess of it. And do I really want to do that? If I punch it out, one of my players can get it and put it away, which didn't happen. So I would keep faith and keep Portman going. And then you've got, like I say, it's you're starting. It's just you're 10 in front of the goalkeeper. Who you're going to start, and that is the key. Because we ain't got an awful lot of players left, have we? We're a bit depleted, and we can't play the full strength team again on Wednesday night, and then play them on Saturday night against Arsenal. Because then you're not going to you're going to end up with injuries as well. So I that was one of the best teams that I come up with, thinking of resting J7 and Bruno. But then if you're going to play J7 and Bruno, I mean, you could potentially, I know when he was up front the last time, J7, he weren't the best, and the fans wanted him out of the club, and rightly so. But under Eddie Howe, I think he's different. And he's quite clinical in front of goal now. He's more clinical now in front of goal than he ever was with us. So you could potentially stick Joe Linton up there as a striker and then put Anthony Gordon left maybe. So, there's options there. There's lots of options there. I bet Eddie Howe will not know what his best team is to put out there. I bet he's scratching his head thinking, how do I do this? Well, how do I manage this, Alex Murphy's been all right. He's done all right in the pre-season when he came on. So, again, that's another one we can look at as well. It's going to be interesting to see what exactly happens in this game. I'm just trying to work out what's the best team. Like I say, that's one of the teams I would have put out. But again, we don't know. We'll just have to wait and see what Eddie says about it as well. So, look, how many are we got? I fancy us to go and win this game. I really do. I think we could go there and win 3-1. I really do think we could beat them 3-1. The way they're playing at the moment, they are absolutely dross. Now, it would just be our luck to put out a weakened team. They put out the full strength. They beat us. And they're like on cloud nine because they've got to win. But then they go back normal at the weekend and get walloped. So, I think if anything's the best time to go to Old Trafford and get a win, it's now. Because they're in absolute shambles at the moment. We know we ain't going to get Isak back till after the international break. We know Harvey Barnes is out till late December. Murphy's probably going to be out till the new year. Sven Botman is sort of like looking for the Dortmund game away, so that's hopefully a bit of good news. But yeah, look, other than that, I don't know. It's just, it would have been nice if the Tonali ban didn't come through until today, or tomorrow, Monday. At least he could have played against Wolves. Not saying it would make it a huge difference, but we would have had somebody with fresh legs on the pitch. So yeah, look. All in all, we just have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what team we're going to put out. I really don't. I'm at a total loss here. So yeah, what do you guys think? How do you think the game's going to go? Who's your starting 11? Put your starting 11s in the chat. Where's the game's going to be won, I think, in midfield. And and just hope we can just go out there and just get a win. Yeah. Do you know what? Even if we come away with a 1-0 win, I'll take that all day. I'll take that all day. Even if it went down to penalties, I'll take us on penalties, absolutely. But yeah, even if it went down and we won it 1-0 and walked away from Old Trafford with a 1-0 win in the last minute of the game, do you know what? I'll take that all day, right in front of their fans. I wonder if that Newcastle, the 7,000 Newcastle fans are going to be going down there. So, it'll be amazing how many turn up at Man U. I don't know if it's a sellout or not. How many tickets they'll have left, or if it'll be half-empty stadium or what. I don't know. Maybe it's too much for them to get up from London on a midweek. So again, we'll wait and see. But it's strange because we're just going to have to manage these players carefully now, because we've got Arsenal at the weekend, Dortmund next week. So we need to be going into this period, and then obviously you've got Bournemouth, need this period where we need to start realising that we've got to start resting some players. And that's the unfortunate thing. We just got to rest players. And, it's just an absolute total conundrum. After the Dortmund game, we got the Bournemouth game, which is a 5:30 kickoff on the Saturday. That won't be easy down there. Yes, they got their first win of the season, but But then these are the types of teams we need to start beating, like we did with Palace when we turned them over 4-0. We couldn't score past them last season. Only on penalty shootout we won that game. But, this season we took them apart 4-0. Can we do that to Bournemouth? Who knows? But we will find out anyway. That's well away at the moment. But what I'm saying is we just need to manage these players. So hopefully we have a squad that can go out there. But it's not only the squad that he puts out. The players who go out there need to go out there and stamp their authority and say, right, okay, you've put me out here. We're going to show you that you're wrong to keep us on that bench. We want to show you that we're worth starting in the Premier League. So we're going to go out there and put on a performance, and we're going to give you one massive headache, Eddie. We're going to give you a massive headache and make you think, oh, hang on a minute, I've got a big choice here. And that's what you want from your players. As a manager, that's what you want. You want players to create a headache, to create the atmosphere that you think, oh, shit, do I pick him next week? Do I pick him? What am I going to do? I've got a selection headache here. That's what you've got to do. You've got to have a selection headache. And that will be music to Eddie Howe's ears. It will be. He'd love that, to have a selection headache. And so those players will go out there, and I'm sure they will give their damnedest and give their 100% to go out there and go and beat those bloody Mancs at Old Trafford, because it's about time we did beat them there. And, and there's no reason why we can't that. They're a team low on confidence at the moment, and let's keep their confidence low. If we beat them and Ten Hag gets sacked the next day, Eddie Howe will be saying, bye, that's another manager I've got sacked. Eddie Howe's got a very good record of getting rid of managers. So, again, we will see what happens on that front as well. But my scoreline, I'm going for a 3-1 win, Newcastle. That's what I'm going for. Because I'm doing this as a pre-recording, I don't have any interactions with people in the chat. This show's only going to be a short one, unfortunately. But if you have liked what you see, please do smash that like. It really does help the channel. So if you haven't yet smashed that like, then please do click that thumbs up. That would be absolutely fantastic. Thank you. Also, if you are brand new to the channel, come and join this great community by smashing that subscribe. And also that bell notification tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record, or any upcoming shows. And they are free to do so as well. So if you are new, do hit that subscribe as well. But anyway, do join me on Wednesday when I will be back for the pre-match live. So hopefully by then, YouTube will be back up and running. I have messaged a couple of creators tonight. I've messaged Paul at Toon Review, and I've messaged Pete tonight and said, look, I don't think you should do live shows because YouTube's playing up, as I found out earlier on tonight. But so hopefully by then, YouTube's up and running. It better be. and they should be giving everybody, and they should give people an apology, and anybody who's paid money to YouTube for like not having adverts on no more, or people who pay pay-per-view for like NFL, things like that, they should be refunded somehow, because YouTube should be helping them out here, because it was absolutely disgraceful that earlier on this evening. If I'd known the problems were there, I would have done a pre-record and then I would have just stuck it out there. So I do apologise to people who couldn't see the show properly, and maybe just try and watch it again on catch-up as well. But anyway, remember, the future's bright. The future is definitely black and white. Enjoy whatever you're doing, and until then, I'll see you on the next show. But for me, how are you, the lads?